What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Straight here back in the video. As you guys see, this is the brand new franchise mode series, 10 years long, here in NHL 22. And before, you guys already know what the team is by the title and the thumbnail, but I haven't even noticed. Today we're going to be spinning a wheel, and you guys are going to tell me. So spin the wheel. You guys will see, hopefully. As you guys see, the teams on the top. We are going to be the Boston Bruins. So as you guys see by the spin, we are going to be the Boston Bruins. So you guys know by the title, that's a pretty good team. It should be a fun one. So let's hop right into the actual video. Here we are, guys, in the actual video. As you guys see, we picked our team. We're going to be the Boston Bruins for this 10-year simulation. Again, these videos are inspired by Tactics HD. So go give him a subscribe on YouTube. I really appreciate his thought, and I'm kind of giving the idea from him. So we're just gonna do authentic, none of that custom league stuff, whatever. Name, you guys, name, I guess we'll just do, what team are we, the Bruins? We'll just name it Bruins. We'll just name it Bruins YT because it's a YouTube video for the Boston Bruins. As you guys see, we are gonna be the Boston Bruins. Haven't even touched franchise mode yet, so it should be interesting. Haven't even touched yet. See what Boston, 91 rated. They're the second best in the Atlantic Division. So that's pretty good. We have the second best odds of winning the division. All the normal stuff. That's all I'm going to keep on salary cap and computer trades. That's what they normally do. Let's go to rules and settings. Quick settings, quickly, just the normal settings. Full sim, injuries off, 20-minute length, superstar, 10 years. What else do we do here? Trade difficulty, we'll keep it on medium. Other than that, we got to go to our advanced settings because that's where kind of most of the stuff is, to be honest. Sim ending scoring, we'll go to high. Draft quality, we'll keep that medium. Other than that, that looks pretty good to me. So, should be fun. Let's hop into the video. Here we are, guys, in the franchise mode. So I'll show you guys, before we do anything, show you guys the Bruins lines. So the first line is going to be Brad Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak +5. Then you got Coyle, Krejci with Hall, DeBrusk, Zacha with Smith, and then you got Wagner, Frederick with Nick Foligno. I want to see if there's any scratch players. Stanika could play, medium top 6 potential. What is Steen? Medium top 9. So I might put Stanika in the lineup. I think I'm going to take out Nick Foligno and put in Stanika. Might be a right... No, he's a center. Trent Frederick plays center. So I think he's a right shot. We'll take out Wagner and put in Stanika, who is right-handed. So maybe even bump Stanika up to the third line just so he gets playing time because medium top star potential is way better. So I think that's going to be the team. Defense, we have McAvoy with Lindholm getting a +1. You have Carlo with Grzelcyk, and then you have Forbort with Clifton. You also have an extra defenseman. I'm probably going to put him in. I think he's better. Mike Riley on that right side. And these guys could switch. They're both left defensemen, but I think... I don't know which one works better. I think Riley's fit is better, but we're going to do that. We're going to have Forbort there. We're going to have Riley there. And then we also have a few scratch players. We have Osteen, Wagner, and Clifton. Not a bad defenseman rating. I feel like we're going to try to trade Clifton. And I totally forgot to show the goalies, but it is Jeremy Swayman and, what's his name? Jeremy Swayman and, man, I'm losing it. Jeremy Swayman and Linus Ullmark. That's who it is. And let's go see. We have $1 million in cap space. Jason Robertson should be signed. I don't know why he's here. Again, I'm using the EA rosters and everything, so he should be signed to the Stars. He signed the 4-year contract, so he should not be here. Hopefully, he has an RFA, so hopefully Dallas signs him. Haig's also an RFA, wants quite a bit of money. Formenton wants $2 million. Sonny Milano, 1.4 at an 82. That's a pretty good deal. Not gonna lie. Let's go to goaltenders quickly. Holtby's the best one. 83 overall. Holtby. Surprised he's an 83. Check the best potential goalie. And it's Vevalainen, 72.25. That's not bad. But I think I'm gonna sign Braden Holtby just because I was thinking I was gonna trade Linus Ullmark because he's the backup. So I'll be back in a second. Could you guys up if I have a trade for Linus Ullmark? Guys are trying to make a pretty big trade with the Anaheim Ducks, sending over Linus Ullmark and a third-round pick, trying to get back Mason McTavish. He's an 80 overall, high top 6 forward at the age of 19. This is going to be a good trade if we do it. Let's see what they say. Trade rejected. I do really want to get Mason McTavish. Very underrated player. What happens? A second and a third-round pick. Does that make it go through? Trade accepted. What a trade. McTavish is a Bruin. And guys, Braden Holtby did accept that offer. That's pretty good because we did trade away Linus Ullmark. So as you guys see now, Braden Holtby is our backup goalie. And before we do the start of the season, I totally forgot to show you guys our power play. Again, the new system shows us the power play. So this is the power play. You got Bergeron, Hall, Pastrnak, Marchand, and McAvoy. And I'll show you guys the strategies. The distributors is Marchand. The finisher is Hall. I actually don't want Hall to be the finisher. The puck carrier probably should be McAvoy. And the finisher, in my opinion, should be David Pastrnak. He's probably the best finisher. Show you guys line 2 on the power play. I actually didn't even edit these. I thought I did, but I guess I did not. Let's edit the lines first. So I'd actually have Coyle in the middle, to be honest, just so we can get those one-timers off. I'd rather not have 2 defensemen on it, so I'd probably add another forward. Smith isn't on. DeBrusque, so I guess we'll add Craig Smith to that power play. And it gives it a -1, of course. I hate when it gives it a -1. Well, we'll just keep Grizzly there. Why not? But the thing is, I don't know if I want him there. I guess I kind of have to. Then Krejci's in front of the net. But yeah, the strategies. Actually, having a distributor. I guess we'll keep finisher. I do not want on Grizzly. Finisher I actually want on Coyle. And puck carrier most of the time will be the defenseman. I'll pop Hampus Lindholm. So that's the team. We'll see 1 month in the season, and we'll see how the Bruins are doing. Guys, I totally forgot to show you, but Mason McTavish is playing AHL first line on the first, again, 80 overall, a high top 6 forward. Hopefully he tears it up, and we'll send a season to the NHL a month. We are, guys, a month into the season. We have a record of 6-9-1 with 13 points. 7th in our division, not doing good, but Krejci's doing good. 15-16, only 2 goals, but 13 assists. Krejci's doing good in that second line. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I think our team's playing perfectly fine. Maybe we change the defense, the bottom pair, so it's a decent player on the bottom pair. It's the only really thing I can think of. Because the team's not bad in general. Maybe we swap Zacha, but Krejci's playing really good, so I don't want to switch that up. Defense, maybe we send Grizzly down just so the defense is kind of rated fully. But whatever. Other than that, it's really all I have to do. I guess we'll send to the trade deadline. Here we are, guys, at the trade deadline with a record of 37-22-2, 76 points. We're in a wild card spot at 4. Marchand's popping off 72 points in 61 games, 28 goals and 44 assists. So Marchand's popping off. Let's see if anyone grew in overall. Hopefully McTavish grew in the AHL team. I'll show you that in a second. First, I just want to check the actual NHL team. Let's see if anyone grew. Looks like everyone is the same overall. Let's check defense quickly. Looks like everyone's the same. Goaltending, Swayman's still on 85. So other than that, everyone's still the same overall. Quickly just want to check if McTavish grew. Yes, he did. He's now at 81 overall, so that's good. He'll definitely be making the team next year. And he's playing with Letary and Fabian Lysol, who's now a 70, so he grew in rating by 1. So yeah, we are here at the NHL trade deadline. Should be a fun one. I think we have to go for the playoffs in year number 1 because we're looking like a really good team. We're not doing really good in the standings, but I still think we're a good team. I think we're definitely a conservative buyer looking to win that Stanley Cup in year number 1. So it's down to the trade deadline. See who it is. Patty Kane. I knew he was gonna be here. Patty Kane. Ryan O'Reilly. That's an interesting one. Same with Tarasenko. Blues must not be doing good. Joe Pavelski, Spurgeon, Ellis, Brodin, Shen, Varlamov, and Dumba. I actually got traded. I didn't get traded. I got a lot of trade requests from Dumba trying to get to the team. So to be honest, I'm not really trying to go for anyone. If I do, I'll probably be a guy like Joe Pavelski. I feel like he's a good guy. give a first round pick from. Should be pretty easy. Wow, Kosa, I think just went to the Philadelphia Flyers. It's a pretty big trade. So yeah, I'll probably try to make a trade for Joe Pavelski. Catch you guys if I have one. Here we are, guys, trying to make a trade with the Dallas Stars, trying to send over a first-round pick and Connor Clifton, but our first-round pick has, like, no value. Trying to get over Joe Pavelski again at 50% retained, so he's only making 2.75, 87 overall, not having a bad season with Dallas. See what the Stars say. Trade rejected. It's got to be close. Maybe if we add one more guy. Like this guy we don't even have on the team is the 7th defenseman, Brunette. Let's see what they say. Rejected. Don't think that was going to do anything. Maybe if we add someone that they want, maybe we could somehow make this trade go through. McLaughlin's not a bad player. Let's add this Laku guy. He's playing AHL, and we need to give them a player back. Hate when this happens. Let's go just to the worst player, Barber. Pavel Barber? Kidding. See what they say. Trade accepted. So let's go. Pavelski will really help out the squad. So here, guys, that was it for the trade deadline. I'll show you guys all the trades. Starting off, Derek Brassard in a 5th, Chicago for a 2nd-round pick. Wow, a 3rd, 2/3 for Jonathan Berger and a 3rd. Simon Edvinsson and a 2nd for Ryan O'Reilly. That is a huge trade. I'll just scroll through any big trades that I see. Ryan Hartman for Ville Husso. Owen Pickering to the Blues for Leddy. Trouba to the Hawks for Domain Athanasiou. Anything else that's kind of big? Bourgault to Chicago for Peary and Johnson. Anything else? Dermott to the Rangers. And Goligot, I thought that was it. Barbashev to Calgary for a 2nd and a 5th, and others. There's our trade. Any other big trades? I guess a 2nd, a 3rd, and a prospect for Kosa. It's a pretty big trade. Ryan Ellis to Detroit for Donato, Kuhlman, and Hayden. Sorry, it's the other way around. Ellis was in the trade for Kosa. I might have been doing it wrong. And Hartman to, wait, wasn't Hartman just traded? Or I must be wrong, for 2 2nd-round picks. So that Edvinsson for O'Reilly trade is definitely the biggest trade. That is a massive trade. I'll show you guys the lines again. We only made one trade, and it was getting Joe Pavelski. So I'll show you guys the lineup with Joe Pavelski right now. So first line is still the same. Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak +5. Second line is now Pavelski, Krejci with Hall. It's a really good second line. Still DeBrusk, Zaka, Smith, and then Frederick Coyle and Nick Foligno. I just realized gotta switch around the lines a little bit. I don't know. I kind of don't. I mean, who's scratched? I feel like someone scratched, but whatever. So that's the team. Defense is the exact same thing. Literally, Lindholm at McAvoy, Forbert, Carlo with Grzelcyk and Riley. Actually, meant to put Riley there. And in net, it is still Swayman and Holtby backing them up. So that's the team. Not a bad team. Again, Pavelski really helps us out. Hopefully pushes us to the playoffs. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Here we are, guys, at the end of the season with a record of 46, 31, and 5, 97 points, 4th in the division. We are making the playoffs. Literally every team in the division finished with 4th. Marchand with a really good season, 98 points, 82 in 82 games, 37 goals, 61 assists. Marchand popped off on that first line with Bergeron, Marchand. I think that first line always pops off with Boston. Pastrnak also with 85 points over a point per game. Bergeron 84, also over a point per game. Krejci 66, pretty good. Hall 61. They are minuses, but that's not bad. Pavelski 55 points. Let's see how he did with us. 13 points in 21 games. Would like better. They were in the minuses, so I don't know if it's better. McAvoy 53, DeBrusk 43, Zaka, pretty good point totals. Let's see the goaltenders. Swayman 899, 3.08. That's not that good. I mean, the goals were on high, but still should be playing a little better than that. Now let's take the entire league standings. Will Marchand have the most points? No, he won't. Patty Kane with 100, and then Marchand second with 98. Stamkos, McKinnon, Crosby, Aho, Point, Ovechkin, Huberto. Where's Matthews and McDavid? Sorry, McDavid 87, Draisaitl. Where is Austin Matthews? only 85 points. Who were on the Rocket? Matthews with 52, still wins the Rocket, Richard. Who was the best defenseman in the league? It goes to Victor Hedman, 79 points. A plus 47. Tampa must have did good. We'll check that in a second. He was not even close. Gerard could win it. 72 points. That's really good. No way. Where's Cale Makar? Only 60 points for Makar. Could be better. Best goalie with wins is going to be Jack Campbell with 45. Best save percentage by a starter is going to be... Looks like it is UC Saros with a 912. And best goals against average goes to UC Saros as well. So Saros is looking good to win that Vezina trophy. And let's check out rookie skaters. Who is going to win the Rookie of the Year? It'll go to Matty Beniers with 53 points, 21 goals, 32 assists. He was a -4, but still probably win it. Kraskov also had 41. Power with 40, but it was a -3. Pretty good season for Power. Slavkovsky, 34. Allison, 25. Not a bad season for everyone, as you see there. Let's go and quickly check how the teams did in the season. Again, the Atlantic, we already know that, but let's check the entire league standings. Who comes in first? Tampa, 109. Edmonton, Detroit, 108. Good season for them. Predators, 101. Another good season. Well, the Ducks, 97 points. Again, adding Ryan O'Reilly, if I'm not wrong. Jets, a good season. Devils, 95 points. Good season for them. Any other surprising picks? Nope. Florida just misses the playoffs. Pittsburgh misses. Let's see, anyone's. Vancouver misses. The Blues miss. I guess they did trade away O'Reilly. And last in the entire league will be the Arizona Coyotes. Wow, LA that low. I'm kind of surprised. So yeah, guys, that's all the standings and all that stuff. Not surprised. I quickly want to check our AHL team and see how many points McTavish put up. Hopefully, in 82 games, put up at least 60 points. Let's see what he put up. Wow, wasn't even our point leader. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. 55 points, Letary. How many McTavish have? Only 48, but he was a +8. So 48 points for McTavish isn't that bad. Again, wasn't playing with the best players in the world, but still, he could have did a little better. Other than that, we should be here in the playoffs any other day here coming soon. Before we go in the playoffs, I want to edit our lines quickly because that second line was getting a minus. Even though I don't really want to edit out because they had such a good season together. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm thinking, I still think Hall and Crate, they don't really play good together. What about Bergeron coming down? I feel like that'll help a little bit. What about the first line? Wow, Pavelski on the first line isn't good apparently. So how is this? We might be able to do that. That might be better. Maybe that'll help it out. So first line is now Hall, Bergeron, Pastrnak +1. Then it's Pavelski, Krejci, Marchand +5. We're going to try that out and see how that works. But other than that, we're just going to keep it like that. First round, we have the New York Rangers. So this is going to be a tough first round matchup. They must have finished first in the Metro. So let's quickly see. Zegers is an 88. I feel like that's way too high. But whatever, let's go to the New York Rangers here. Here they are. So they have Panarin, Zibanejad, Kraskov. That's why he had so many points. Trocheck, Kreider, Lafreniere's an 84. Gaudreau, Hedel, Kako, and Blaze, Domi, and Athanasio. That's a good team. Miller, Fox, Schneider, Lindgren, Dermott with Hijek. And goaltenders, they got one of the best goalies in the league, Igor Shesterkin. So the goalies and offense are good for the team. Defense is meh. Fox kind of carries. Our offense is pretty good. Defense is also pretty good. Goaltending is a meh. We didn't, do that good. But let's see. Rangers have home ice advantage. First two in New York. Let's see how we do. We get a loss and a win. Okay. Series tied 1-1. Next two in Boston. Series tied 1-1. Hopefully get a few wins here. A loss and a loss. That's not looking good. Game 5 in New York. We're down 3-1 in the series. Let's at least push back. And we lose 4-1. And we lose to the Rangers in the first round of 5. I thought we had a good team to be honest, but I guess the Rangers were a little better than us. So can't really do much about that. Let's see how the playoffs go through. I really thought we were going to do good. That's why I picked up Pavelski. It really sucks when you get out of the first round. But hopefully we do way better in the upcoming years. Let's see who wins the Stanley Cup. It should be coming up here anytime soon. Looks like conference finals is the Avs. Look at the Stanley Cup final. Let's see who wins it. Stanley Cup final, the Devils and the Avs. Wow, will the Devils win the Stanley Cup? That'll be interesting. Who wins it? Wow. The New Jersey Devils win the Stanley Cup. That's interesting. Jack Hughes must have carried that team. Zaka had 87 points in 5 games. Zaka played really good. But let's check out the full tree. Again, let's check out how the Devils beat the Caps in 6, Rangers in 6, Hurricanes in 7, and the Avs in 6. Wow. I don't know in the world how the Devils won the Stanley Cup. That is really crazy. Let's go check out the player stats in the playoffs. I still can't believe they won the Stanley Cup. That's pretty crazy. Let's go out and check, not AHL, sorry. Let's go check out the playoff full standings. Our AHL team might have won, I'm not going to lie, because they played 20 games. McKinnon had 29, Rantanen had 25. Brad always plays really good. Hughes 21. So only a few guys over a point per game. Huberdeau only played 14 games, again, but 20 points, did really good. So good for him. Let's see how the goaltenders did. Again, Vanacek or Blackwood, it was Vanacek that played all 16. 928 save percentage, 2.36. Really good. Franco's not as great numbers. I think that's why they played so good, because Vanacek had really good numbers. Vanacek must have been on his feet. So after that season, wasn't a bad season in the NHL. Quickly, before we do anything, I want to go check out the awards for everything to see what it went. Stanley Cup again, Devils. President's Trophy went to the Lightning. Clarence went to Colorado. And the Prince of Wales went to the Devils. Art Ross went to Kane. Hart did go to Marchand. Okay, that's good. Norris went to Hedman. Lady Byng went to Kane. Calder did go to Beniers. Conn Smythe went to Brad. Vezina did go to Saros and the William Jennings. Masterton went to Alexiak. Jack Adams went to the Ducks. I mean, they finished really good. Selke went to Bergeron again, back-to-back. Lindsay to McKinnon. Matthews to Maurice Richard. So that's all the things. Before we do that, I actually want to see if our AHL team won the Calder Cup, because they might have, because they did really good. Who won the Calder Cup? No, it was the San Jose team. So they must have been at least in the Calder Cup final, because they yeah, we lost in 4 games or something. But yeah, I guess we'll send to the draft. Wow, our AHL team lost in the finals. LA gets first. Rangers, I forget, via Dallas, the 2nd overall pick. That is crazy. We don't even have a first-round pick because we traded it for Joe Pavelski. Maybe we trade for a first-round pick. Maybe we trade a guy like Joe Pavelski for a first-round pick. Let's view the retired players for this season. Kessler retires. Little, Frolik, like just guys that were, if I'm not wrong, we're on LTIR. Goaltenders, Price does retire. Same with Smith and Stalock. No idea who lineback is, but he retired as well. We're almost at, again, Mike Smith is now a scout for the Edmonton Oilers. About to be at the NHL draft again. Don't have many picks. Maybe we could trade like Joe Pavelski, because I don't think I'm going to be bringing him back. He's an older guy. Again, Bergeron, we have to sign back. Like, wow, the Rangers' 2nd overall pick is on the block. That's pretty crazy. The next pick on the block is the Penguins at 13. I don't know. Maybe we try to trade for the 2nd overall pick. It's like Adam Fantilli or something. Or Michkov. We'll see what we can do. Guys, I just realized I'm not going to trade for any pick, but we'll just sim our options. We have pick 85, if I'm not wrong. That is in the 3rd round, and I am right. Let's see if there's any steals in the 3rd round. Didn't really want to trade for anything. Peter, let's see, rated by potential. This guy could be mean elite, but I doubt it. Let's see if there's any guaranteed low elites. Well, this draft is not looking that great. Well, at least in the 3rd round. Do we have any gems? We do not. So I might just pick that guy that could be medium elite His name is Graves. Is a goaltender. Let's see what he is. Medium fringe. That was not a good pick. Next pick's 117. I'll just sum the rest of the draft. This draft was not good at all. Few picks, but they weren't that good. But yeah, the draft was pretty bad. Next, we have the re-signing phase. The thing is, I don't know what I should do. Do I let Bergeron go or do I re-sign Bergeron? I think this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to let Bergeron go because he's older. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to let Bergeron go. And I'm going to do a contract extension. Wow, Pastrnak. We need to give him a contract. $10 million. That's not even that bad, to be honest. Bergeron again. He's a 90, but I'm going to release him. Could be better centermans. Pavelski, I'm also going to release him. He's an older guy. Krejci at 37, went up in rating. 1 year wants $4 million. That's not bad. Zacha went up to an 84. He was actually a pretty good player. 3 years at what's about 2.75. If he agrees to that, that's a pretty good deal for Zacha. I don't know. I think I'm just going to release all the old guys. Again, we're going to keep Pastrnak, of course, but keep looking. 33, Craig Smith. Could be a fourth-line guy. I don't know if I want to give him that much money. See you later, Craig Smith. RFA, Trent Frederick. He's probably going to be fourth-line center this year. We'll do 1 year at $1 million. Again, he'll probably be our fourth-line center unless McTavish will play that role. Knows it, Carrick. These guys are all older. 77-23, McLawton. Maybe he grows into something. That's a little much, I feel like. We can do 2 years. We'll do 2 years at $950K. Other than that, there's not really anybody we have to sign that's really decent. Like, all these guys have bad potential. Goaltenders, I just realized we have to sign, what's his name? Jeremy Swayman is an 85 overall. What happens 5 years? What do he do 5 years at, what about 4 years at $4 million? I think that's a pretty good deal. 4x4. He's just getting better. We'll do that with Jeremy Swayman. Hope he didn't have really good numbers last year. We'll let him go. I really want to get a good starter because, I don't know, I don't feel like Swayman's starter material yet. He didn't really have good numbers last season, so we'll sim a day, see what everyone says. Swayman rejects. Zacha rejects. Frederick rejects. McLawton accepts. But, like, everyone rejected. I don't know why. I did 3 years. I did what? 2 point... Whatever. We'll give him 3x3. I think that's still a pretty good deal for Zacha. Let's see what he says. 3x3. He accepts. So he'll be a really good player for us. There was one more. Who was it? It was Trent Frederick. He wants 2 years at 1.4. What about 1.25 for 2 years? He still could grow, and he accepts that. So that's not a bad deal. Other than that, that's literally the only players that I have to re-sign. So let's go to free agency and see where everyone is, how everyone is doing. Again, we do have a few guys to re-sign, but it doesn't really matter because we already have them signed. Wait, I just realized, didn't Swayman reject? It doesn't really matter. He's an RFA. That's who the other guy was, Swayman. Oh, no, Swayman accepted. I think he accepted. We have $26 million in cap space, and that's what I was talking about. Oh, I forgot to send Pastrnak to UFA. Oh, no, we're going to have to pay him like $11 million. That is not good. I totally forgot about signing him. We're going to have to give him 11 mil. I think it's still worth it, though. Him to come back. 11 mil for 7 years. He's a 92 overall, first-line guy. Really good player. I don't want Bergeron again. He does want a cheap deal. But I think a guy like O'Reilly would be a really good first-line center. A two-way guy. I don't know, 87. He does want a lot of money, though. That's the thing. Pavelski doesn't want that much money. Uyghur, Killorn. Like, these people want the money. Trevor Moore. Wow, Stastny wants, like, no money. He's an 85. Krejci, done. Let's check out the goaltenders. Because a starting goaltender wouldn't be bad. Freddie Anderson. Wow, Varlamov. He's only 35 and 86. He wants, and we still have to sign Swayman. So maybe we just wait for Swayman. Unless someone offer sheets him. Oh, no, he's a UFA. I thought Jeremy Swayman accepted that. He's only a medium starter. Like, to be honest, I don't know if I want to give him too much. Like, 3.3 for 2 years. I don't want to give him too much. And either one of these guys, I think we're going to give a contract of Varlamov 1 year at about $4.3 million to be our starting goaltender. Because other than that, I don't think Swayman was that great of a starting goaltender. Didn't have that great numbers. We want to win that Stanley Cup. So we have a trade coming, Mike Riley for a third. Mike Riley's a good defenseman. I want to keep him signed. Again, our centermans might go away. Dylan Larkin would be a good guy to sign, but we'll see what we can do after. Swayman signs, Pasternak signs, and Varlamov signs. All the guys we signed do come back to Boston, so that's good. Pasternak came back. $8 million in cap space, and he's still here. So we could wait on him a little bit, but we only have $8 million in cap space. 8.7 to be exact. We could bring back Bergeron for 1 more year. I mean, he's still there. Wants $7 million. We can give him $8 million. We'll have $700K left. He wants 2 years though. 1 year. We'll give him $8 million for 1 more year. We'll try to bring back Bergeron. I mean, it's tough because like they're getting older, but like, it's so tough. Let's just advance a few days. See if Bergeron signs. Does a Patrice sign? Forbert. Could trade him away, but I'll keep him for now. Patrice. Bergeron accepts, so we have Bergeron for 1 more year. Welcome back, Patrice. So other than that, we're just going to send the next season, so I'll see you guys there. Here we are, guys, at the next year. This is our team. First line, 93 Bergeron. 93 Marchand, 90 Bergeron, 92 Pasternak. They're getting a +5. Second line is now Coyle, McTavish, Hull. Third line is Lysell, Zaka with Stanika, and then McLaughton, Frederick with DeBrusk. I could do that, but it gets a minus. I want Lysell to play. Defense is the exact same. Lindholm, McAvoy +1. Carlo with Riley, and then Grizzlick with Forbert. I guess I could try something like this, but he gets a 0. I don't really want to do that. And goaltenders, we got Varlamov with Swayman backup. Again, I want to have a Swayman playing backup because he didn't do that great last year. And I have an experienced Varlamov starting for 1 more year. Have him signed at $4.3 million. So yeah, guys, that is the team for next year. I hope you enjoyed episode number 1. Don't forget that like button, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you will get notified of the new video. See you guys later. Peace!